You cannot sponsor your way to diamond. You cannot sell your way to diamond. You can only duplicate your way to diamond. The way the Agile compensation, the quadra plan is set up, it's built that way. So no one can buy their way in. No one can sell their way in. You have to develop a customer base. You have to sponsor team members. You've got to train them, teach them, nurture them, and grow that team, and then grow your leadership. And that's how you become a diamond. And to become the top income earner and get 7 times now, 6 rings and 1 watch, you gotta have the most amazing team of network marketing leaders in the world. And that's what I am so blessed to have in this section right here. So thank you, guys. So I would like to have a discussion with the rest of you from now to the time we go home. And I would like to begin with this question. And I want you to really think about this. And what is the answer to this? And the question is very simple, but I believe very profound. The question is, what is holding you back? And I was fascinated. I did a Periscope broadcast on this the other day, and I asked the people on the scope, hey, what do you think it is? Give me the top 3 reasons. And people were given a lot of reasons. The economy, my boss, my wife, my husband, my children, my job. And I thought all of those answers were the wrong answers. And as we look at where we are right now, these are the questions I want to pose to you. Because we're doing 2 things this evening. Number 1, we're celebrating 10 years, a decade of disruption. And secondly, we're raising our eyes above the horizon, lifting up ourselves and lifting up the vision for our team to say, where do we go from here? What do we do in the next decade? What's the next disruption? Because if you look back to when we began, Agile disrupted a lot of different things. First of all, we disrupted the entire network marketing profession because we opened up in 10 countries at one time. That was insanity. Nobody had ever done that. And then we added like 4 more right away. And then we added a bunch more. And then we added EU and Australia and New Zealand. And we did just crazy expansion. But we raised the bar, and everyone else had to say, I don't think you can start a company in just one country anymore, because you can't remain competitive in the new world with the internet linking all of the countries together, and EU being such a big community, and intra-country stuff in South America and Central America and Asian alliances. The game has changed. We changed the game with the quadra plan. We disrupted how people get paid. 1956, what later became the Amway Corporation and what began as the Shackley Corporation, that's what started network marketing. 1956. And for 50 years, it stayed kind of in one paradigm, which was you get paid on the efforts of all the people in your team. And that was the leverage that we talked about. You get paid on the efforts of all these people, dozens or hundreds or thousands or even tens of thousands. 2005, when we came out with the quadruplan, we made the most qualitative difference. Because with the quadruplan, you get paid on the success of the people in your team. Big, big, big difference. Why can I wear all these rings up here, all this gaudy jewelry, which weighs about 5 pounds, making me an inch shorter right now? Because of the Ceccarellis, because of Nando and Silvana, Ann and David, Zerlingers, Aimee, Shai, the people in South America, all over EU, all of those diamonds in Italy coming up on the team, Russia, Ukraine, Poland. Look at all the diamonds we're breaking in those places now. Diamond Joe, all the amazing people, Wendy Mann, Grace Lamb. I mean, look at all over the world, the teams that we have, Slovakia and all of those places. I can be up here and wear all this gaudy jewelry because of the success of those people. People like Billy Looper, you heard Jeff say, Billy Looper was my first diamond director. And what is so exciting to me is because he had never been in network marketing in his life. He had no experience in this, like the Zerlingers and like Shai and Yaffa and some of the other people. But Billy was the first who just said, hey, I'll take a chance with this thing. It looks amazing. I understand the concept of leverage. I don't know the business, but I will learn new skills. I will get better. And he became the first. And then all the ones who followed, all the people that you see in this room, and all of the people coming up. Yeah, I'm excited about the people in this room. But what really excites me is when Diamond Joe says, hey, we're going to break 3 more diamonds in November. That gets me excited. ¿Dónde está mi amigos de Colombia? Okay, Herman, Carlos, Arturo, Sergio, Felipe, I believe in you guys. I expect big things there. And I know we got people all over Latin America looking for this break. And all my friends in the Ukraine who are going through such difficult times and are still persevering and growing. Russia, the issues with the peg rate and all that, and still, you guys are here. You guys are building. You're still building your dreams. You're still believing in yourself, and you're helping people reach success. And understand, that disrupted the way people get paid in network marketing. That had never been done before. And then, of course, we totally disrupted the products of network marketing and the products of just nutrition in general with this amazing scientific breakthrough we call suspension gel technology. We disrupted everything. And this is why we're here celebrating these 10 years. But of course, we're looking forward. What is the next 10 years have in store for us? What does that bring? And what do we have? What is the part each one of us have to play in that? And that's the question I'm going to go back to when I say, what's holding you back? And do that homework. What is holding you back? Because interesting, I'm working with a candidate on my prospect list. Last 8, 9 days. Must have got 7, 8, 9 different emails from him. Every time there's 4 or 5 more questions. And they're all the wrong questions. So he says to me, you know, how many people are making this much money a month? How many, what's the highest ranked diamonds you have right now in Agile? How many diamonds do you have at this rank? How many distributors do you have in this country? How many distributors do you have? What was Agile sales last year? What was Agile sales the year before? Finally, after, I don't know how many of these emails, I said, I don't think my organization is the right one for you. He said, why? I'm asking all these questions because I'm very serious. I said, yes, you're asking all these questions, but they're all the wrong questions. Because every one of these questions has to do with some external factor that you don't control. How many people are in this country? What are the sales in that country? How many people are in such and such country? So he wrote me back and he said, well, these are very fair questions because I'm looking for momentum. Because after all, you didn't join Agile, you didn't join Herbalife, you joined Agile. And I said, wow, well, it's really funny you used that example. Because 10 years ago, I was this close to joining Herbalife. Because remember, I had been out of the field for a few years doing consulting and all of that, and I said, this is crazy. I'm training all these top income earners. I've created more millionaires and multimillionaires in network marketing than anyone in the world, and I'm not getting residual income. So I would spend about a year and a half looking at companies and researching companies and checking out all these opportunities. And one of my clients that I consulted with became one of the top income earners in the world with Herbalife. And he did it with the system that I created for him. He did it with the marketing materials that I wrote, the training system that I developed. And he had this huge team of people making more than $50,000 a month, a bunch of them. And so I just figured, if I'm going to go back in the field, I'll just go sponsor under my friend who's been my client, and I can use this whole system which I've already set up, and I know it works. Because I don't care how old Herbalife is. I create my own momentum. And you know why I didn't join Herbalife? I think it's a fine company, and of course my friend and the team are fine people, and I felt it would be a good thing, and they have a good comp plan, and they have a good corporate structure, and they have all that stuff. But first thing I did is say, send me a big package of all the products, and I'm going to use the products myself. And I used them, and they bothered my allergies. I just found there was stuff in there that whatever I was hypersensitive to, and they bothered my allergy, and I couldn't use them. And because I couldn't use the products, there was no way I would join the business. Because I would never join a program that I didn't personally use and believe in and could recommend the products. So, but the point I was trying to make to my candidate was, here, you're worried about, how is Agile's momentum? When is Agile going to create momentum? That's the wrong question. The right question is, how do I create momentum? How do I become the top rank in a country? How do I launch and market? How do I win one of those Agile bonus cars? How do I win the leadership retreat? How can I qualify for all those sexy, delicious ways you earn money in Agile enterprises? What do I have to do? What skills would I have to develop? What expertise would I have to learn? Remember Diamond Joe was talking about, you got to have the expertise. But that doesn't fall from the heavens. You make a decision to learn that, to develop skills. So let's take this back to this question of the next decade of disruption. We already saw bio this morning. We already saw Caspi Gold. So we know already, Agile has already started disrupting the next decade, right? We know that. When I say that bio is the culmination of a decade's worth of science and research and breakthrough in suspension gel technology, that isn't hyperbole. That's not marketing talk. That's the reality of how amazing a breakthrough that bio product is, because it makes every other single product we have better. And the Caspi Gold, you know, what sells products, what gets customers is stories. People want to know, what's the story? How does this work? So the story is how we create volume. The story of suspension gel technology. And now the story of Caspi Gold. Because think of what I said this morning when I was up here with all the scientific advisors. And I said, there's three kinds of skincare out there. The first is just the junk. It's just makeup, really, that just camouflages people's skin. It doesn't really do it. And then you have the second category, which is the thing that like treats symptoms. So you have oils and creams and lotions that they put on. And if you look right now, in a lot of markets, I know it's happening in Colombia, I know it's happening in Europe, I know it's happening in the United States. We have a company with a skincare product that does this 2-minute transformation. And they show these incredible videos with women who look like they're 800 years old, and they put on this makeup, and 2 minutes later they look like what's Brad Pitt's girl name? Angelina Jolie. You say, wow, what is that amazing technology? But it's not that we didn't look at that technology. Joel knew about that technology years ago. Because basically, the active ingredient in that product is the ingredient they use in hemorrhoid cream for treatment of hemorrhoids. And so when you put it on your wrinkles, it puffs up, it causes the inflammation, and it makes the wrinkle look like it went away. So, but remember what Dr. Grace Lamb said about inflammation is not good. So you see, that company is doing these sexy videos and everybody. Now, don't get me wrong. If Daphne gets nominated for Best Actress in a Motion Picture, and she is up for the Academy Award, and 3 billion people are going to be watching on the telecast, and she has some crow's feet, and she wanted to put on some of the hemorrhoid cream one time to be on TV for 10 minutes, I'd say go for it. But I would never let her use that every day, because that is not helping skin, it's degenerating the skin. It's causing harm. And do you understand, those kind of products, every single month you use them, your skin will be worse than it was the month before. And you will need more of that, and you'll do more damage and need more of that and do more. And that's why you see people, after some period of time in that, they often throw away those products and quit because it's not healthy. Do you understand? With Caspi Gold, we're talking about this product that actually regenerates the next layer of skin. So we're talking about the 3 sexy things you heard them talking about it on the panel all day is stem cell. Think of the most heralded research in scientific and the medical community today is stem cell marketing. They're looking at this for Alzheimer's. They look at this for cloning, for biogenetic engineering, the sequence of the DNA, the human genome. All of this is contained in stem cells. So this is the biggest area of breakthroughs and scientific advancement right now. And you have a product with stem cell, live stem cell extract. Number 2 is this regeneration. Not a cosmetic, not something that's harmful, but we're actually doing the nutrition for your skin to give it the nutrients so it actually regenerates itself healthier through the natural actions of your body. And then, of course, the third thing, which is 24-karat gold. The most precious metal on earth. And absolutely one of the most expensive ingredients you could ever put in any product. So this is a product that's going to disrupt skincare. It's going to disrupt wellness, and it's going to disrupt network marketing. So we already know, just from those products that Jeff Higginson unveiled this morning, that all of you guys went and bought like crazy, we're already into the disruption of the next decade. So here's the other questions you're probably asking yourself. So what will the next product line be? What will the next product line extension be? What enhancements will Agile do to the compensation plan? How will they enhance the reward and recognition program? What kind of new tools will they develop? What kind of new marketing materials, replicated sites, mobile apps? How will Agile use more technology to help us grow the teams in a more efficient way? Those are all great questions, but they're all the wrong questions. Because once again, we're looking outside. We're taking away the personal responsibility of how a business is built. When people ask the question, what's holding me back? And they come up with an answer that takes personal responsibility. So you guys know, I've been teaching prosperity for 25 years. So I'm counseling people on this every day for years and years. And I know the psychological issues that they face, the self-sabotage behavior they do, the limiting beliefs they get, the things that cause them to not achieve what it is they say they want to achieve. So when you ask the question, what's holding me back, and you discover the real answers, and here's what I think the real answers might be. I'm going to give you a couple of possibilities. When someone, like I got an email sitting in my laptop that came just before I came over here from a team member back in the States saying, hey, I really believe in this. I want to do it. I hate to bother you during the convention, but I feel like I'm sabotaging myself and holding myself back. And, where do I go from here? I always think it boils down to a couple of possibilities when people they say they want this, but they keep limiting themselves here. And the first possibility is, are you sabotaging yourself? Do you have this conscious goal that you say, I'm going to be a diamond, or I'm going to be a millionaire, or I'm going to write a book, or I'm going to compose an opera, or whatever this goal or achievement is. But for now, let's take this case of the rank you want to get or the achievement you'd like to do with Agile. And you say that, and you believe that, and you have this conscious desire for that, but you do behavior that takes you away from that. That means you're sabotaging yourself subconsciously. It means you have worthiness issues. And if you've read any of my books, you know I've written like 6 books on this subject. We get it from organized religion, we get it from government, we get it from the pop culture, social media. There's all kind of programming that money is bad and rich people are evil. It's spiritual to be poor. You got to sell your soul to be successful. You have to be a bad parent to be successful in business. Successful companies have to rape and pillage and plunder the environment and exploit the indigenous people to be successful. There's all kind of those memes circulating all around the world every day. And you get infected with them. Just like your computer gets infected with a virus, you can get infected with mind viruses. And if you get infected with that, then you believe you're not worthy. And you cause yourself to sabotage without even knowing you're doing it. The second possibility is fear of success. Now, very few people admit to having that. Very few people think they have that. What they believe they have, they say, well, I have fear of rejection. But that's not really true, because if you're a student of the profession, you know that that's part of the business. That if you want to get to where the Zerlingers got, you've got to get rejected by as many people as they did. If you want to do what Silvana did, you have to go to all the presentations she went to that she got turned down. If you want to do what Patricia did, same thing. You have to face every rejection that she faced. Ann and David, Billy Looper, every diamond in this place has, the reason they're diamonds is because they've had more rejections than you have. Because that's just part of the equation. We know that Agile is perfect for everybody, but everybody's not perfect for Agile. Because not everybody's willing to do the work. Not everybody's willing to learn the skills. So I don't think it's really fear of rejection. And then some people say, well, I have fear of failure. But I don't buy that either, because we know that's not real. Because we've got 10 years of evidence. We know the products work. We know customers love these products. We know customers reorder these products over and over and over again. We know the compensation plan works. We know Jeremiah and Jeff send out a bunch of car bonuses every month. We know we have all these diamond directors all over the world who have done it with this product line, these marketing materials, this compensation plan, this company, this event schedule, everything the same. So we know the opportunity works. So fear of failure isn't really valid. That's just somebody convincing themselves. What it really is often fear of success. And this is like a spin-off of the worthiness issue. Because, and I had fear of success for a lot of years, and I didn't know it. Because I come from a simple family. Everybody in my family was poor. And we didn't like rich people. We were jealous of rich people. I know everybody in my family. If we saw somebody who was driving a Cadillac, we'd say, look at that guy with the flashy Cadillac. Because forget about Ferraris or Lamborghinis or any, we never, I mean, where I live, we never even saw cars like that. Our idea of a rich person was somebody who drove a Cadillac or a Lincoln, right? And so you start off and you consciously want to be successful, but then you have this subliminal programming that says, if I become successful, I'm going to become one of those evil, mean, nasty, rich people. If I become successful, I'm not going to fit in with my family. Maybe my friends aren't going to like me anymore. And that, my friends, is fear of success. So that's a possibility. Or the third possibility, if you say you want to achieve Diamond Director with Agile, but you keep doing behavior, or you say you're going to qualify for President's Club, but you don't do behavior that does that. You say you're going to work everybody in your candidate list for over the next 6 weeks and contact them all, but you don't do that. Then again, it's either the worthiness issue, it's fear of success, or it's number 3 possibility, you haven't developed the necessary skills, or you haven't acquired the necessary knowledge. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's why this is the greatest business in the world, because when you join Agile, you have an entire sponsorship line above you who is vested in your success. And they will help you develop those skills. They will help you acquire that knowledge. You heard Alberto up here sharing his secrets, and Damiano sharing his secrets. You're going to hear more diamonds tomorrow that'll be up on this stage. They will tell you the knowledge you're looking for. Dino Zen will teach you how to develop the skills you're looking for. These other diamonds will help you develop those skills. Because do you understand what all we're asking for you, all we're looking for you is to teach you how to become a critical thinker, how to develop into an entrepreneur. Because do you understand, once you know how to do what we do, you will never worry about money for the rest of your life. You will never worry about having to take care of your family ever again. You would never worry. Even if an earthquake came to Utah and leveled the Agile Corporation and it went out of business tomorrow, if you have the skill set of how to market the products, how to acquire customers, how to work a candidate list, how to meet people, how to invite, how to follow up. We could take you anywhere on earth and drop you in a parachute with no money, with no contacts, and you could create financial security for yourself with the skill you have of a network marketing professional, with the skill of being an entrepreneur. Now, while I'm thinking of that, don't let me forget, in your registration kit, you had this flyer for the new book by the internationally renowned New York Times best-selling author, me. This book is coming out in January. It's a manifesto for entrepreneurs. This is the best work I've ever done. I'm so excited about this. I have got, when you read the quotes in the front from Harvey McKay and Robin Sharma and Bob Berg and just every famous trainer and personal development author and business coach, so many multimillionaires and multi-billionaires who've endorsed this book. It's not coming out till January. But I asked Jeff and he said, yes, put this flyer in there and let's give the team a chance to pre-order it. So here's the deal. Fill this out and just hand it in the store sometime before you go tomorrow. There's no price on here. Here's the deal with the price. It's for everybody in the United States. The book and the shipping and handling is $30 US. Every other country international is $33 US. So just fill the form out with your credit card, your address, the shipping address where the book can ship to. Then I'm going to send you a first edition right off the press. And then just write up here, 1 times $30 or 1 times $33. Or do 2 times 30 or 2 times 33. If I think this would be a great book to have an extra one to lend to prospects. You guys remember when Risky as the New Safe came out and it hit the New York Times list and the Wall Street Journal #1, USA Today #1 money book, Publishers weekly list. I mean, we made a lot of hate with this. People were excited to know this guy is in Agile. He's the leader of the team and he wrote this book. And this will be a very powerful recruiting tool for you. So I think maybe get 2 if you can swing it, the money. Just put 2 times 33 or whatever, and then make sure you put a credit card that still works in January, because that's when we're not going to charge your card until January when the book comes out. So just put the credit card info and the shipping address. Hand it in at the store, and then you're going to get the first edition, and I'm also going to send you an ebook that's just for you people here that will be a leadership study that I'm doing on network marketing, on some 7 key things I think it takes to become a network marketing leader. I'm going to send you an ebook of that in addition to the book as a bonus. This is just for you guys in this room, so fill that out, because thank you, you're welcome. I mean, I want every one of you to have the mindset that I have, the mindset of an entrepreneur, where I know I can go anywhere in the world at any time and I can make a living because I have those skills. You have to have those skills. You have to have that confidence. You have to have that belief. And that's our commitment to you as a team. So that's what I want you to work on, right? So now we go back to this question. What's holding you back? 3 possibilities. Possibility number 1 is maybe you have a limiting belief that thinks you're not worthy. And if you discover that, that's 90% of the formula to get rid of it. Just the awareness once you recognize it. Possibility number 2, fear of success. And once again, if you get that awareness and you recognize that's what's holding me back, then you can eviscerate it. You can blow it up so it never limits you again. Or possibility number 3, you are on your way to diamond. You are on your way to success with Agile. You just haven't developed all the necessary skills, or you haven't acquired all the necessary knowledge. But if that's the case, that's the greatest news on earth, because anybody can develop those. anybody can acquire those, because you have the strongest leadership team in the entire network marketing profession. And we have replicated websites, we have mobile apps, we have CDs and DVDs and catalogs and brochures and webcasts and training events and team system weekends and Go Diamond weekends and AgelWorld conventions and I Am Agile weekends. We have every resource you need to develop the skills and gain the knowledge. It's all here. It's all here. All right, so now we come to the real question. This is the only question that matters. And when you can answer this question, you will achieve success. And the question is simply this: how do I need to get better? Peace. Love you guys.